So James Gunn's new Superman movie has really invigorated Superman back in the mainstream, and I think this is only proof that, first off, LEGO should have made sets for this movie in the first place, and second off, we need some LEGO Superman sets. I have 5 examples here that I want to talk about today. These 5 are very important to Superman and are all amazing settings that need to be made. Obviously, the first set I want to talk about is the Daily Planet, a set I've been yawning for 6 years. Not only is the Daily Planet such an integral part of Superman and his stories, it's also a build that can be fantastic in LEGO. When you look at the Daily Bugles that LEGO has given us, I think it's pretty clear that LEGO can do a newsroom / newspaper building really well, especially considering that 2021 one, which is my favorite set of all time. Not to mention, I think the Daily Planet has a little more character than the Daily Bugle. Don't get me wrong, the colors aren't really as eccentric on like interiors and whatnot, but I think it's great. Not to mention the globe on top would just translate so well into LEGO. It would be such a cool play feature. This is also such an easy way to get so many official Superman characters that we've never gotten in LEGO minifig form before, like a Jimmy Olsen, like a Cat Grant, like maybe a Lana Lang, or of course Perry White, who we really need a LEGO fig of. I understand why they've never made this set before, considering they made the Daily Bugle a couple times, and they have the Daily Bugle and Planet on the shelves at the same time would be a little redundant having 2 superhero newspaper buildings on the shelf at one time. I get it from a sales perspective. Also, Spider-Man is just more popular nowadays than Superman. But personally, for me, I think the Daily Planet means more to Superman than the Daily Bugle means to Spider-Man, though it is kind of close. And I believe it would be a fantastic build to have in LEGO. Moving on, I want to talk about the Fortress of Solitude. Just imagine what LEGO could do with a Fortress of Solitude. The build could be absolutely incredible. There could be so many Easter eggs in here. We could get a little bottled city of Candor. We could get that stupid chamber from Superman 2 where he gets the red sun. It makes him lose his powers. We could get some of the Superman bots. We could get some of his little cabins for the emergencies. It would be so fun. The Fortress of Solitude is such an interesting location, whether it's in film or in comics or in TV, anywhere. I mean, just imagine the memory chamber from Superman 1 in LEGO. I don't know how they would build it, but it would be really cool to see. There could also be a good fig selection you can get with it. We could go based on the newer Superman movie by giving us, maybe an engineer. That would be cool. Maybe a Lex in a fur coat. That would be nice. But also, those Superman bots would be fantastic. Just getting them, those would look so nice, especially considering if we get, a whole army of them. I think that would be amazing. This would be a great set for LEGO to make, and LEGO should make it. Another set that I'd really be happy if LEGO made is a Lex Corp. Lex Corp, Luthor Corp, take whatever one you get. I personally prefer the name Lex Corp. It doesn't matter. I want to see some type of Lex Corp building design, whether it's LEGO Batman 2, whether it's Birthright, whether it's fucking the new movie. Any of those, I would love to see that in LEGO. I mean, in the new movie, for God's sake, the fucking middle of the building kind of turns into a shuttle and flies away, so that would be a really fun play feature. But when we talk about Lex Corp, we're talking about a building with massive scales of things like laboratories and computer areas and just technology in general, which is honestly something, when you think about it, we don't get a lot in LEGO. We get it in smaller play sets, but never in these big sets. The bigger sets always tend to focus on more like residential and business area, nothing lab worthy. I think it would be really cool for us to get a change of pace, especially for Superman, for lab areas, kryptonite, technology, all this stuff all around, I think would be just awesome. I would love to see a Lex Corp in LEGO. I think it would translate really well. Next set I want to mention, this one doesn't have anything to do with the Superman movie itself, but does have everything to do with basically Superman lore in general, which would be a Smallville kind of Main Street set. I think this would be very important. How you could even make Kent Farms. That would actually have something to do with the movie. I want a Smallville set in general, though. I want some cool little general stores, this kind of country town feel, kind of these rural Kansas, Nebraska towns. I feel like that would translate so well into LEGO. LEGO, whenever they do streets of stores, it always looks really great. Look at Diagon Alley, for God's sake. And I think it would be incredible if we got a Smallville one. We could get like a cool little retro diner. We could get Kent Farms in the set, maybe just a smaller version. I mean, we could get a little Smallville high school, if anything. I think it would all look awesome. I really would like this set. The last set I want to talk about here is Superman related, but it isn't exactly surrounded by Superman lore, and that's the Hall of Justice. This is a set that DC fans have been clamoring for years now, considering we've gotten all these Justice League, Justice Society of America, figures. This would just translate so well into LEGO when you really think about it. A large headquarter house. It could be laid out like the X Mansion, where it would have the columns in the front, and then in the side we could put many rooms. We could have a big meeting room with a big table in the middle, like we're back at fucking Super Friends. We could have some rooms specifically related to certain characters in the set. We could have a memorabilia room with things like stuff from all the heroes that would come in the set. Not to mention, you can make a crazy wide variety of figures for the set. We can get a new Hawkman. We could get the Atom. We could get Guy Gardner, Green Lantern. Those would all be terrific. Also, we get a Mr. Terrific, might I add. That would be fantastic. Lego, why haven't you made one yet? The exterior also looks like it's just going to translate so well into Lego. This kind of colonial Greek architecture would look so nice in Lego. I would love the way it's built from the outside. They could do the two large pillars in the middle up high. I don't mind if they don't. I would think it would be cool if they could somehow find a way to, you know, include like the little National Mall in front, whatever that is there with the little lake there. Honestly, these are all sets I really think Lego could make. That's just 5. There's a billion DC sets I have listed that I would let Lego make, and I'll make more videos about those soon.